Alright guys, and welcome back to another educational form of Dead by Daylight Survivor game. Now this is a full solo queue group of survivors, I want to point that out, but they all have flashlights, so hopefully they're not going to be looking for too many altruistic saves. Now I'm actually going to work on this totem. I normally don't break totems, especially very early in the game, but this is going to give me a gauge or a time to see who the killer is. Well, we know the killer is a Trickster, which is fine. Unfortunately, a teammate is going to be dropping a pallet really early and my other ally is going to be mispositioned, so someone's going to be taking a hit. I don't know why he didn't go for a hit on the other guy. I guess he's fixated on the Jake, and he might actually be able to get him down. As we can see, Jake, in a bit of a sticky situation. He's got the totem perk as well in order to lock down totems. Now, I'm going to wait near for this hook, only because, well, he might know that there are people around. There are two hooks right beside each other here. Let's see what he's doing. It looks like he's looking for it too. Yep. If somebody gets a body block in the way, he actually gets off, but unfortunately, it looks like our teammate was just crouching around waiting for the flashlight play, which is really inconvenient. Now, teammate taking an early hit also is really bad here too, because I don't want to be the guy that runs in and goes for the hook save, because I'm the guy with a really fast toolbox. He's looking over his shoulder. Jake already dropped the toolbox. Not the toolbox, sorry, the pallet, and he's nowhere near him. You're going to come right back into the street. Well, I think we know how this game is going to go. Killer wants to play around the proxy. He should. There's no reason that he has to leave her. I have information through Kindred. I should go work on a gen. Realistically, I should be the one going for the hook save. And the fact that I'm not is very dangerous. Ooh, let's see how he comes up. Let's walk straight down these stairs. He reloaded at the locker. He might be able to see me through lockers. Be able to tell by how he comes down, or if he drops off the balcony and comes to me here. Nope, didn't come towards me. Alright, Jake has been saved. I'm gonna go work on this. The issue with Michael Myers' map is you can, or Lampkin Lane, you can actually lead to a really bad 3-gen. Bit of a sticky start from me and my teammates. He's already done one hook. Props to my teammate who took the early hit, straight on a generator and applying the pressure. I really need to come through right now, because what have I actually brought to the team? Have I done any hook saves? Have I pulled the killer away? Okay, sure, I haven't utilized any resource, I haven't done much. That one hook Savu could have came in clutch if my team was a little bit more aware of what I was doing, but do keep in mind it is a solo queue game. I do also want to point out that, like I said before, every one of these players has a flashlight. You see how Jake gets hooked, leaves, and then he goes works on a gem. I can't see where Jake is right now, but I know where he was hooked, and I reckon the generator he's working on is the one in the house on the far left. The other gentleman's probably doing the one in the garage basement, or possibly the house on the far right. She's breaking a totem, so she's actually going to be removing his ability to lock down pallets, which is really good for us. I'm going to get in a locker after I'm done here. One teammate forced off of generator, unfortunately, but the good news is we still have split on two other. Remember, every one hook, nice, every one hook a killer does is equivalent to 8% of the productivity that the killer needs to do. So, what we need to look at right now is how many hooks has he done. He has done one hook. I will heal her after I'm done here, and then I'll get into the locker. Teammate was not forced off the generator. Does that mean the killer has deadlock? Well, we know the answer. The killer does not have deadlock. We know that the killer most likely has pain res, because why would he come to my hook in the street when the other hook was just as far away? Okay, sure, he could have wanted me hooking in the center of the map for more probability, but he saw me sitting there with a toolbox crouching, or he saw a player crouching near the hook. So, I personally think, because Trickster is a very tunnely killer, he's going to be running a tunneling-based perks build, so he's going to have things like Pain Res, Dead Man Switch, things that reward him for committing to one chase. Notice that he's not chasing Jake, he's chasing the other unique hook. So, he might actually be looking for Pain Res somewhere. Oh, coming through the street. I could take it for him if I need to. I don't want to, but I can. Keep running, bud. Yep. Nice, straight line. I'm going to high knees, because I am going to try and get out of the line of sight here. Double movement speed, which is nice. If I need to take it for him, I'll take it for him. He's not going to make the window, because there is no window for him to make it to. I have a full toolbox, so me standing around and body blocking, yeah, cool, it's good, but I know that that gentleman had a generator at like 80-85%, which is probably being regressed right now. Do you see how that light isn't flashing? Well, we can see the generator through the roof, but the light not flashing telling me that this is done here. Okay, he let go of that chase. He instantly changed towards me. Unfortunately, I'm exhausted, but that's okay. I'm going to run around the back end of this house. Looks like I don't think he wants a bar of it. I'm going to go up the stairs just in case. Heartbeat's still very stable. He found the Jake Park again, which is bad. I'm going to instantly drop down. Jake is going to go down for the second time. Not going to be close enough to be able to do anything. Notice that nobody's on gens. This is essentially a stalemate in the killer's favor. I reckon this is Dead Man Switch and Pain Res on that gentleman's gen. There you go. Just like that, we heard him scream. Forced off his gen 2. He didn't put his hands up, so it's not Dead Man Switch. That's good to note, yeah? I'm in a bad spot for somebody who doesn't have an exhaustion or a pallet to defend myself against a killer with a range-based attack. Alright, let's get straight back to work. I know what Jenny was working on. Killer could have went over there and tried to hit it with Pop Goes the Weasel as well. Most likely going to go out to the street when he sees Jake is healed, but he might make a pit stop past me as well if he wants. I am in a bit of an awkward spot where, like I said, I will take a hit if he comes. There's no window, there's no pallet. Trickster's 115. Ideally, he doesn't hit me in the back with a bunch of knives and then go for the follow-up. That would be very inconvenient for us. Jake on death hook, no one else been hooked. Right now, for the Trickster to secure his win, he needs to eliminate Jake Park out of the game. However, Pain Res on the other gentleman if he does decide to down him instead. What we're doing right now, applying the split, we should have been doing this long time ago. It is a bit dangerous for me to go for another stack of, not Dead Man Switch, sorry, another stack of, having a bit of a brain moment here, guys. Built to Last, because Built to Last is going to refill my toolbox to 66% now. They're forced off their gen, that's okay. As long as they're not on that gen, that's really good. They were on the gen that I wanted to get to, that's okay. Alright, toolbox is getting nice and juicy. Let's see what we can do here. Now, this is why Kindred is such a superior perk. It tells me everything I need to. I don't have to hesitate, I don't have to worry. Let's see his intentions after he hits it. He doesn't come towards me, he moves the opposite way. He's going to want to come back to the hook. He's probably checking both houses here. Using the toolbox isn't the best idea. Jake Park coming in for the save, which is good. If I can get this completed, that's going to be gargantuan for our team. Oh, dude. That's unfortunate. I saw her looping outside, and I know I have to get off of it because he's going to come past. Jake getting in the way. That's unfortunate. A little bit of desync between two players. I would chase Jake too because I know Jake's on death hook. The other girl's back on that gen, so I'm not going to worry about wasting my time. I'm going to instantly run across the street and come over here. I could get in the way and try and take a hit for Jake. Looks like the other guy's been found instead of Jake, which is okay because he's not on death hook. I need to get straight on this generator and look towards taking the dub for the team. Now, it will take 90 seconds for a generator to be done. That's if I land no grates. Every grate you land is knocking 1% or 1 second off of a generator. It's just under 1 second because it's 1% of 90, and 1% is 0.9 of a second. So we say 1 second because it's easier math, right? So if I land 5 grates, I'm knocking 5 seconds off. Now, if 2 people are on the gen, it isn't 45 seconds, it's actually 55 seconds for it to be done. And then, obviously, you get diminishing returns if you're choosing to use a toolbox or something else along the lines. The killer here committing to his second player that he's trying to take down. I get that he doesn't want his cards to drop off. However, his ability to overcommit to chase here is a little bad. So what I mean is, at the start of the game, we saw that Jake made a misplay. Jake had a bunch of knives on him, but he could have taken the hit on Michaela Reed instead. But he decided to take the hit on Jake because of the cards, which I found interesting. If he was to do that, I would have taken the hit on Jake, and then I would have done a 180 and hit Michaela with my special ability. Let's see his intent after that. Yep, so he's going to kick my gen. I'm not going to leave. I haven't been hit. I haven't been down. I'm going to stay. He has to come back. I mean, unless he's going to try and kill a player off here. Heartbeat's getting a little loud. There you go. Let's see what he decides to do. Just block his line of sight for as long as I can. The bad news is I'm looping towards my allies. I'm very surprised he didn't check on the gen on the left-hand side, which has 2 people on it. I'm surprised he decided to try... I'm going to move at an angle here, and I hope he follows, because that way I can play window. Yeah, beautiful. And we're going to go round over here, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Looks like he's decided to let go of the chase a little bit too late there, ladies and gentlemen. So a big issue here that the killer has made is he hasn't been taking very valuable chases with his time. He has some decent perks behind him, don't get me wrong, but he did heavily rely on a totem in order to lock down the pallets. Now, it is one of the Trickster's best in slot perks. However, at the end of the day, it's inconsistent. You'll have more consistent with a perk like Dissolution, because that way when a survivor is injured and they vault a pull down pallet, that they pay the price of the pallet automatically breaking, provided it happened 3 seconds after. We're at max objective. Alright, we can hear this. Yep, I'm going to just get in the way. Take it nice and slow. Make sure she can get to the door. Looks like that is going to be everybody out, and the Trickster is going to be giving up on that. Just in case. Get in the way there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be an educational informative Dead by Daylight Survivor game. Apparently, I dropped my toolbox on the way out, too, for a smoke bomb. If you guys enjoy the educational informative content, that was a full solo queue game. It just goes to show you, even with a slow start at the game, even solo queue were able to come back at the end of the day. I came through with 10k at objective, 10k for survival. Not a lot of boldness. I didn't really avoid the killer, but I tried to work on the gens where I could. The start of my gameplay was a little bit slow. It didn't apply pressure really to anything, and every time I saw the killer, I made sure I was looping him outside a chase. I never made sure that he was close to me. I tried to keep him as far away as possible. If you guys enjoyed the educational content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I do educational, informative, DVD killing, and survival content over at Twitch if you guys want to tune into the live stream. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the fog in the next video. Have a good one. Cheers.